You've done everything right, booked your flight, checked in early, passed security. But just when you think it's smooth sailing, you're told, "Sorry, you can't board." Sounds extreme? It's happening to more people than ever in 2025, and the reasons range from the obvious to the outrageous. Today, we're exposing 20 shocking reasons travelers are being denied boarding in 2025 and how you can avoid becoming one of them. If this helps you stay one step ahead, be sure to subscribe for smarter travel tips. And if you'd like to support our channel, consider hitting that super thanks button. It means a lot. Let's jump in. 1. Your passport photo fails biometric checks. In 2025, many airports rely on facial recognition to validate identity. These systems compare your face to your passport photo with eerie precision. If your photo is more than 5 to 10 years old, was taken with poor lighting, or doesn't reflect your current look, say you gained or lost weight, grew facial hair, or changed your hairstyle, you may fail the scan. And failing that scan can stop you in your tracks. Agents can't always override the system, especially in countries that strictly enforce biometric verification at boarding. What to do? Use a recent passport photo and avoid changing your appearance drastically before travel. 2. You have unpaid fines or unresolved legal issues. Many countries now share criminal and civil databases with airlines and border agencies. Something as minor as an unpaid parking ticket or overdue tax debt can appear in the system. One traveler was denied boarding due to an unpaid child support order, another due to tax arrears. If flagged, you may be told to settle the issue on the spot or miss your flight. And it's not just criminal issues. Civil claims and family court matters are now regularly flagged during international travel. What to do? Before any international trip, check your local legal or tax obligations. In some countries, there are official portals to verify your travel eligibility. 3. Carry-on items violate new security rules. What's considered safe has changed drastically. Some items previously allowed in carry-ons like power banks, handheld massagers, or large cosmetic sprays are now restricted or banned. In 2025, even certain types of food powders, grooming tools, and electronic gadgets with unremovable lithium batteries are on the no-fly list. If you refuse to discard them at security, the airline may refuse to board you. What to do? Recheck carry-on regulations 24-48 hours before flying. What was okay last month may be banned now. 4. Suspicious payment method used to book your flight. Airlines are clamping down on fraud. If your ticket was booked with a virtual card, or if the name on your ID doesn't match the cardholder's name exactly, your reservation may be flagged. Some travelers have been denied boarding simply because they couldn't present the physical credit card used to book, even though the fare was paid in full. What to do? Always use a personal credit card with your legal name, and bring the same card to the airport. 5. You didn't upload a required health form or QR code. Even though most countries have relaxed COVID rules, many still require health declarations or proof of vaccination. In 2025, digital forms, QR passes, or health apps are the norm. A traveler going to Japan missed her flight after failing to pre-register her vaccination details online, even though she had a vaccine card in hand. What to do? Don't assume paperwork is enough. Complete digital forms and apps before arriving at the airport. 6. You were rude or disrespectful to airline staff. Gate agents and flight attendants now have more authority than ever. If you're impatient, raise your voice or show disrespect. Even if you're right, they can mark you as unfit to fly. Airlines now log passenger behavior in shared internal systems. A history of poor behavior can follow you on future flights. What to do? Stay calm. Document issues, but escalate them through official channels, not emotional confrontations. 7. Your visa doesn't match your travel purpose. You may have a valid visa, but if you're traveling for business on a tourist visa or flying through a country that isn't listed on your itinerary, you may be blocked. For example, a traveler was denied a flight to India because her visa was valid only for arrival at a specific airport, and her itinerary had changed. What to do? Check visa type, allowed entry points, and expiration dates. Print out supporting documents for immigration. 8. You don't have a return or onward ticket. Many countries require proof you're leaving, especially if you're entering on a visa waiver or tourist visa. Airlines are held liable if you're denied entry, so they'll often block you from boarding if you can't prove your travel plans. Some travelers show dummy itineraries, but this is becoming riskier. What to do? Book a flexible return ticket or use a legitimate onward ticket service. 9. You were bumped from an overbooked flight. Overbooking is still common in 2025, especially on popular or budget routes. If you're the last to check in or not enrolled in a loyalty program, you may be selected for involuntary denial even with a valid ticket and seat number. What to do? Check in early, select a seat in advance, and enroll in frequent flyer programs for priority status. 10. Your clothing or personal hygiene was flagged. This might sound superficial, but multiple passengers have been denied boarding for inappropriate attire or strong odors. One traveler was turned away for wearing a t-shirt with a political slogan, another for having body odor that disturbed nearby passengers. Dress codes are rarely published, but they're real. What to do? Dress modestly, avoid controversial messaging on clothes, and prioritize hygiene, especially on long travel days. 11. You triggered airport AI surveillance. Modern airports use AI to track behavioral patterns. If you're fidgeting, pacing, sweating, or looking around anxiously, the system might label you a threat. Some travelers are flagged, pulled into secondary screening, and held so long they miss boarding even if they're completely innocent. What to do? Move calmly. Be organized. Arrive early so you don't look rushed or panicked. 12. You failed US pre-clearance or customs screening. At certain international airports, US border control is handled before you board. If they find a reason to deny you, like missing documents, inconsistent answers, or past visa overstays, you'll be barred from boarding. You might not get a chance to explain or rebook. What to do? Treat pre-clearance like you're already on US soil. Bring full documentation and prepare to answer questions clearly. 13. You missed a transit visa requirement. A long layover doesn't mean you're safe. Some countries require transit visas even for brief stopovers, especially if changing terminals or airlines. People traveling through China, India, or Nigeria in 2025 have been blocked from boarding because they didn't secure a transit permit in advance. What to do? Research every country on your route even if you're not planning to leave the airport. 14. You violated airport conduct rules. Airports are cracking down on behaviors like sleeping across chairs, begging, or filming staff without permission. In some countries, these are security violations. Several travelers were removed from boarding lists for disorderly conduct, based solely on airport behavior, not flight-related actions. What to do? Be respectful in public areas. Follow local signage and avoid drawing unwanted attention. 15. Your name matches someone on a watch list. You may have done nothing wrong, but if your name matches someone on an international watch list, your ticket could be flagged. Even if you're eventually cleared, it may take hours and the plane won't wait. What to do? If this has happened before, apply for a redress number, e.g. DHS trip in the US. Always allow extra airport time if your name is common. 16. You booked unrealistic or dangerous layovers. Airlines may block you from boarding if your connection time is too short to realistically make your next flight, especially in airports with strict immigration or terminal changes. Some travelers try to save money by booking tight layovers and end up stranded at departure. What to do? Give yourself a buffer. At least 90 minutes for international layovers and longer if changing terminals. 17. You abused hidden city ticketing. Some travelers game the system by booking cheaper flights with the intention of skipping the final leg. Airlines now track this and may cancel your ticket or ban you from boarding, especially if you're a repeat offender. A traveler was recently denied boarding by Lufthansa after being caught skipping legs 3 times. What to do? Don't abuse this trick unless you're prepared for consequences. And never check a bag if you attempt it. 18. Airline systems couldn't verify your documents. Sometimes it's not you, it's a glitch. System errors with passport data, visa scans, or mismatched records can result in failed check-ins. If the airline can't verify your status and the flight is full, they might bump you to avoid delays. What to do? Bring printed copies of all your documents, including visas, tickets, and travel authorizations. 19. You used inconsistent or multiple identities. Booking a flight with a nickname, using a maiden name on a credit card, or mixing up names across bookings can cause confusion. If the system sees a mismatch, it may trigger a fraud or security alert, especially on international flights. What to do? Always use your full legal name exactly as it appears on your passport for every part of your booking. 20. You failed a surprise airport security interview. Random interviews are becoming standard at hubs like London Heathrow, Tel Aviv, JFK, and others. If your answers are vague, inconsistent, or evasive, the interviewer can recommend denial, even if everything else checks out. These interviews often happen just before boarding and leave no time to correct mistakes. What to do? Know your itinerary. Answer confidently and directly. Don't joke, don't ramble, just be clear and respectful. There you have it. 20 real and increasingly common reasons travelers are being denied boarding in 2025. Some of these might seem avoidable, but the truth is, many smart, experienced travelers are still getting caught off guard. The world of air travel is more automated, more scrutinized, and less forgiving. But if you stay prepared, stay respectful, and stay informed, you'll be far less likely to experience one of these dreaded scenarios. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap super thanks if you want to support the work we're doing here. Thanks for watching and safe travels wherever you're headed next.